What's up, prospectors? Dig Daddy out here in the shed, and it's time for some backyard prospecting. We got some dirt that we picked up at that miners rally. We got a whole bunch of that to go through, so we're going to start that journey off today with a big old bag from Bryan Thomas Gold. So stick around, we're going to find what kind of gold we can find and check out this dirt and have us a good time. We'll be right back.
Shed in the back, old dreams in the dark. Dig Daddy's out there with a fire in his heart. Paydirt on the table, sifting through the night. Glitter in his eyes, everything feels right. Hand in the water, fingers in the mud. Buckets full of promise, gold in the blood. Gear on the bench, tools of a trade. Hustling through the silence, riches to be made.
All right, welcome back. So, we went out to that miners rally a couple weeks back, and we found a whole bunch of pay dirt. And one of the sellers that we ran into was Bryan Thomas from Bryan Thomas Gold. And I picked up a bag of a gram bag of dirt. I want to say it was like 120. You can, of course, go to his website and pick up a very, very similar product. It's going to run you about $156 for the gram bag, guaranteed gram bag. There looks to be a chance to get more than just a gram. So the product there may be a little bit different. This is a 1 gram guarantee, and I paid about 120 bucks for it. No shipping, no tax, no nothing. It was there at the gold show. So really, we're just looking to go through it, have a little fun playing with a little dirt. It's rainy as heck out today. And so we're going to have a little fun finding us some gold. So let's go over to the bench, take a look at the dirt, shake it out, do a little classification. It is pretty wet. Take a look at that. It is pretty wet. So maybe we'll just put it in a container and run it. I think so. So let's head over and check it out. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. We're here at the bench, and we got a little bit of wet dirt. Whoa, that bag was not heat sealed. Good thing I caught that. It busted open on me. It was from a gold show, so kind of understandable. Not really worried about it, but always good to be mindful when you're tossing your bags of dirt around on your bench. Make sure they're closed. All right, so first things first, we're going to shake out the bigger material. We are going to get it all wet because this is wet dirt, and of course there's going to be stuff clinging to other stuff. But I like to get the big stuff out either which way. Most everything's going to slip through here, so I don't expect a whole lot to be stuck up here at the above quarter. All of this looks to be really nice material, as you can see. So very nice, pretty material. It's going to messy up the water a little bit, of course, but kind of to be expected. Gear fell down. All right. So it's heavy. On that note, we're going to speed things along and shake things up.
Another day to find something real, something solid, not this endless void. How we coming low?
All right, we got it all shaken out as far as I think I'm gonna go. I started shaking down below the sub 20, but it's all just clumping together at this level. It's all like coffee ground consistency, and it's a little damp, so it all wants to stick together like coffee grounds. So I figure after, I could spend the next half hour trying to shake it apart and shake it down to sort it some more, or I could go get some water and all that. there's really no need. Once you're at this level, it's all going to go down the sluice just fine. You really just want to separate this larger material so it doesn't knock any of the small stuff out. So we're good there. That's as much as we need to classify. But let's take a look at the dirt, what we're looking at. We got the plus 1/4 inch here, not a whole lot. I'm going to get it wet just to see if there's any small flake that got stuck to these pieces in the dirt. But I'm not seeing any big nuggets in here, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. But there is a decent amount here. However, this was a 3-pound bag of material, so this is fine. This is perfectly in an expected amount of larger plus 1/4 inch. But as you can see, there's no boulders in here. There's no big giant rocks that just took up a bunch of space and wasted. It's all good size material. Next down the space where we're gonna find our pickers and our little nuggets is the plus 10. I did see a shiny in here, so I know there's some gold at this level. So I'm really excited. Oh, I see a piece. It's running away from me. I can't seem to get my fingers on it, but I just saw a piece right there, and I know there was another even bigger piece in here. So I'm pretty excited to see what's hiding. Now, as far as how much plus 10, we're looking, 3-pound bag, and what we wound up there with is almost up to the first. It covers up the first riffle in the little pan here, and below that, also a fair amount of material, a little bit more. Obviously, this is all the lower classifications all together, so it should account for more. But I think if I were to have split this out to how I normally do, the plus 10 by far would have kicked everyone's ass. So, but there you go. There's the material. Looks really nice. Looks, like I say, it looks like coffee grounds to me. But hopefully the what we find in there is going to be much better than a cup of joe. So, it's time to go find us some flow and find us some gold. So let's head over to the sluice and run this goose. I don't know. All right. So like I say, we're going to get going here. We're going to start off with the bigger material, run that down, get it wet, cleaned up, just to make sure there's no little gold flakies sticking to it. But then we're going to just get right into the other material and run it on down. Find us our gold. So don't go anywhere. We're going to speed things along and sing us a song. So let's get going.
Prospectors and their gold machines. Bryan Thomas Gold, he knows the game. Said he shares some of his flame. California Paydirt, California dream. Gotta find my gold or lose my head, it seems.
All right, we are done running that dirt. We've got a whole bunch of stuff to go through now. So let's kill the water. And let's take a little peek at what we found. Oh, crap. There's a lot of material that got hung up here. So I definitely see some gold in there. But my sluice is letting stuff get hung up. So I'm going to run this just a little bit longer to help clear out some of that crap, so that we don't have so much to clean up.
I'll
there you go. There's your gold, baby. Looks like about a gram in my hand. So, get a little peep at that. Now, of course, we're going to get that snuffered up. Clean up the rest of these tailings down here just to make sure there's nothing that we're leaving behind. And we'll be right back to weigh it out. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We got this gold all dried up, and we are ready to weigh it out. So, let's grab it. We got miner bob in the ass hanging by. So let's see how much gold we found. All right. And so the final number is 1.022 grams of gold. So just a hair over that 1 gram guarantee, but 1 gram is definitely what we found. So we're going to lock it in right there. 1.021. All right. Now, of course, I'll take a few pictures of this. Of course, I will take a few pictures of this gold, and we'll take a look up close and see what it really, really looks like. And then we'll be back with my final words and ROI. Welcome back. So, we got all that weighed out. I got my numbers run. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about the dirt. We're going to go over that first. Was all really nice material. There wasn't a bunch of big boulders or any wasted space in there. So I really appreciate that. The good amount of material, 3 pounds, is a good amount to be able to go through. If you're panning through it, this is going to keep you busy for a little bit. It's going to be a nice afternoon, especially now that the rains are coming and it's just kind of a pain to get out to the river sometimes. Some nice paydirt is always good to have, especially with as much as gold is going up and down and up and down. I was surprised it dropped a little bit. It'd be like if I did this review yesterday, my ROI would have been even more fantastic. But overall, it's still great. We'll get back. We'll get back over to that in just a minute. But overall, the dirt itself was pretty freaking nice. Good mix of material. Was all nice. It was a little bit damp. I mean, neither here nor there about that. The dampness does add a little bit to the weight. But at the end of the day, what I'm after is a good amount of dirt, which is what I got, and some gold, which is what we got. So all of that was great. Pretty easy to go through overall. Wasn't a lot of magnetics or heavy materials there at the end. So if you're a novice, just getting used to panning, I think you'll have a good time going through this. And it'll present you a little bit of a challenge, but not too bad. You're going to get the gold. You're going to have a good time. So go check that out. You'll want to check out this dirt. It's good dirt. Let's talk about the gold we found. Now, there was 1 gram that was guaranteed here, right? And 1 gram is what we found. Now, this was a special price bag that I got at the gold show. They were 1 gram bags. I don't think that any of them had the 3 gram like the ones online have the potential for having. But they were $120 for the bag. At that price, and today's gold price, well, let me just put up the numbers. Well, actually, no. Yeah, let's put up the numbers. The bag cost me $120. I found 1.021 grams of gold. Now, that's going to have a today value of $135.01, which is a ROI on this dirt of 112%. Freaking great. 112% ROI, some great gold. I'm happy as hell, man. I had a lot of fun going through this. I picked up another bag that if you watched the live that I had, I went through that, found some good gold in that as well. So, overall, Bryan Thomas, again, man, you knock it out of the park. Some great pay dirt, some great gold in that dirt. This was a good price for being there at the gold show. But if you're looking for this product, with the potential chance to get more gold, up to 3 grams, go check out. I'll put the link down below to his website, and you can figure out which gold you need. Now, I stopped on his site, and it looks like there may be something going on in the family. My condolences, my sympathies go out to you guys. I hope everything works its way out. Or there weren't much details, and I'm not going to pry, but I hope things work out for you guys. But go check out their website, Bryan Thomas Gold. There's something happening, so they're not going to be shipping until at the end of October. But if you want to check out their gold, that's where you'll find it. BryanThomasGold.com, link down below. Otherwise, don't forget to go check out me, Backyard Prospecting, at backyardprospecting.com. Go check out my prospector shop. I sell stuff, and maybe you can find something you're looking for there. And I also sell some pretty cool swag, like the Moss Nose, the Great Wizard of Rock, the Gold Digger, the Mooch, and of course the Backyard Prospecting logo gear as well. You can check all that out in the prospector shop. Other than that, I just want to say some great dirt. Had a great time going through it. I think you guys will have a great time if you pick up some of his material. You'll have a good time going through that. And yeah, so go check it out. BryanThomasGold.com. And then go check out me, BackyardProspecting.com. And then if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss my content, blah, 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 blah. Otherwise, just hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, you like Paydirt, we found some gold, and if you like that, hit the thumbs up. Otherwise, that's all I got for you this week. This is Dig Daddy, signing out. If I don't see you out at the rivers, I will catch you in the backyard. Peace! Man, you guys are always hanging around thinking there's like more stuff to see. Here, I'll juggle. Click this for more Paydirt reviews. Click there for some gear reviews. Subscribe. Get out of here.